I'd like to get, some thoughts from the council. I have my thoughts, but, Mr. Warburton.
Do we have any updated pictures?
No, no. I apologize for that.
Scott, would you say there's progress taking place, that it's just a slow
Just slow.
progress?
Right.
I believe we asked for them to be present tonight too. Did anybody come?
I have, well, not tonight. I told him that it's carried over till the 25th. Right? 20,
Well, we carried it over to tonight.
Okay.
I mean, it was originally the 25th of August, and we carried it over to tonight from the 25th to tonight, with the anticipation that it would be complete. So,
Was the applicant not aware that it was for the 25th?
yes, I mean, I specifically told him.
Mr. Cook, at the current rate of cleanup, would you say we have another 30 days, 60 days, 60?
I would like to think so.
60 or 30?
I would like to say 30.
30, okay. So one option, based on procedure, is we could recommend condemnation, and they have 30 days to remedy the situation, clears it off the agenda, or we, carry it over, or leave the public hearing open.
okay, so,
An option. They do have
Councilor
30-day
Jones,
grace
I
period.
did speak to one neighbor across the street who said that the condition has been in that state for a long time. And so, one question I have for Mr. Cook is, given the amount of debris on the property, really, is there a plan other than just throwing it away that the resident has for storage of the debris? Do we know what the plan is? Is it to put it on the curb and it be taken away gradually by the claw truck? What is the current plan that you gather from that plan, or from the
He's
resident?
having to sort through everything almost item by item.
there's a picture.
Yeah.
That's really one of the last.
So probably half of that is gone. Yeah, probably half of that is gone. And I have stressed to him that it needs to pick up. And, why can't this box be just taken out there? And it's more of like, well, I've got to go from this point A to point B to point C to get to that box. So it is I personally, I'd like another 30 days.
Does this person need some help in removing this material? Is this something where you feel like physically they're able to do it? Is it something they're doing on their own because of this process they have?
They are doing it on their own, yes.
Well, I'm open to continuing this for the next meeting. Mayor? I'm with
Yeah,
you.
I would just say, I think you probably got two options. One is to carry the public hearing, leave the public hearing open and carry it over for one more meeting and see where we are.
Hopefully have them here.
Sure, and if that's important to you, I think Mr. Cook can relay that to them to be here if you want to talk with them about it. Your other option is what Councilor Gwaltney said, which is to go ahead and declare it a public nuisance now. He's got 30 days to clean it up. I think those are the only two real options, though. I don't think anyone's thinking about a third option, but I would advise against doing that. I think you either give them one more time for a status check, or you.
Well, my only concern is carrying it over. You're gonna carry it over for 2 weeks, and they're not, you believe they need a month, so, that'd be carrying it over 2 meetings, 2 additional meetings, so.
Well, it could, and whatever the council wants to do, I guess what I would say is, y'all can decide, if you want to carry it over, y'all can decide in 2 weeks as to whether or not continued progress has been made, that you want to keep going, or if you want to start the 30-day clock at that point, in terms of declaring it a nuisance, and then it's 30 days from 2 weeks from now instead of 30 days from today.
Right.
Either way, I think it gets me where I want to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
30 days.
Scott, is the homeowner willing to accept help from Boy Scouts or football team, or is it more of a
I wouldn't recommend it.
enough said? That's what I need to.
Yes.
I would make a motion then to move forward with 30 days. I mean, not carry it over and deal with it tonight, make a motion, declare it a nuisance.
Okay, so your motion is to declare it a public nuisance?
Yes.
Okay, well, before
Yeah.
you do that, I'm gonna close the public hearing. Procedurally, we need to close the public hearing, all right?
Okay.
So
Can I have
we
one
have a
more?
motion,
And I have one more question if.
no,
Okay.
just one second, because we have a motion on the floor, we either need a second or, and then we'll have discussion. So is there a second for declaring this a public nuisance?
Second.
Okay, second. Okay, so it's been seconded by Counselor Walton. Okay, Counselor Gear, your question.
Did a neighbor complain initially, or did you just see this
It
and
was
report it?
several neighbors.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I've got a
Okay.
question. The motion is to declare it a public nuisance, nothing about 30 days.
Just that the 30 days, like, once we do, if we do, then it is 30 days.
Starts 30 days today.
Right.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just want to
And
clarify that.
in 30 days, what would happen if it was not cleared away?
Well, then the city would schedule to
Our
clean it
crew.
ourselves and place a lien on the property for the cost of that. That would be the process. As to exactly what day that would occur, that would depend on the scheduling. But they have the right of 30 days to remedy it, so we
Okay.
can't touch it for at least 30 days.
Okay.
Yes.
Just for
Counselor Sims.
clarification too, since we have, the motion now, if the motion was to fail, then basically it wouldn't go back to the consideration of 2 weeks and then reconsideration. It would fail and the whole process would have to be started over. Is that
That's right.
correct?
That's right.
Thanks.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, got the motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Okay, so that passes 9-1. And so that's resolution 25-161. Don't go anywhere. You only have like 4 left, four others. Okay, 05-08-25, public hearing set for tonight, 6 PM for consideration of amended development plan. Oh, no, you're not up, you'll be up in just a minute, so you can be, now we need Mr. Smith. Consideration of amended development plan for the property at 215 Lake Shore Parkway to amend the Wildwood Center South redevelopment plan to permit the construction of a single-story retail building comprising a total of 722 square feet as a site for proposed 7 Brew coffee stand. The Planning Commission voted 6-0 for a favorable recommendation. And do we have a report from Planning and Development, Counselor Andrus?
Yes, the committee voted 5-0 to refer to the full council without recommendation pending the public hearing. The motion was made by Counselor Gwaltney, seconded by Counselor Wolverton.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, let me go ahead and open the public hearing. Okay, so, yes, sir.
My name is Wells Holiday. I'm with Southern Brew Corp., 3750 Corporate Woods Drive, Vestavia Hills, Alabama. We're the franchise owner-operator, and specifically I'm the civil engineer, so happy to help answer any questions that y'all have.
Okay, thank you for that. Is there anyone here in the public that would like to speak for or against this item? Okay, with that, I will close the public hearing. And council, are there any questions on this? Mr. Hargan?
Are you gonna have a double drive-through in this?
Yes, that's correct. It's a dual drive-through, 2 drive-through lanes.
What's the stacking look like on
Over 20 cars in stack.
that before it gets into the?
That's correct, before it encroaches off the site.
Counselor Nelms?
Yes, I have the same question I had during committees. The orientation of the building is going to go west to east.
The orientation is
It's going north to south?
north to south.
the-
The front of the building will be facing Lakeshore Parkway.
Okay. And I just wanted to ask again if you think that's the best orientation for the building, just because I've seen so many Seven Brews, and I know that they are very popular, and, you know, with 20 cars with the orientation going in the same direction, you know, they're gonna come out into they're gonna spill out.
Right.
Into that, like that main strip, versus if it was the other orientation. I don't even know if that's an option. But there's just more, you know, space that way.
Right.
Have you guys thought about that at all? About the orientation of the building because of the way Seven Brews operate? They're just going, I mean, like, a lot.
We did talk about that at the planning commission, because some of the buildings that are on that road are not facing Lake Shore. Ultimately, we all voted for it. We did ask about changing the orientation of the building, and we're told no. But we did still end up voting to give a positive recommendation. But we did have that discussion at planning commission.
So, yeah, there it is. So, as you can see, the orientation will have cars spilling out into that main drag where, you know, the cars come through Wildwood. And, you know, the orientation that way will give, so much space in the other direction for cars not to spill out.
I think when you turn it, you're gonna make it worse. You've got more property going north-south. You turn that, you're civil engineers, you're gonna have more stacking when you turn it?
From-
I think that's the current structure that's
Mhm.
north-south.
It
and
is.
Their proposal is
To leave it.
east-west.
No.
No,
It's
to
to
face
stay
Stay
like
the
this.
same?
It's to
Yes.
face Lake Shore.
Okay, that was confusing, okay.
It will be north, right, north-south, and from our analysis and our site layout, the way the building is facing is the best configuration from both a car stack and a civil engineering topography standpoint, as well as getting the most visibility from Lakeshore Drive.
Got it, okay. Any other questions?
Just
Yes,
have
sir.
a quick question. Brian, that other picture would be great, yeah. On this picture, I know it's not the current structure that'll go in, or that is the current structure, not what's proposed, but which one's entrance, which one's exit?
The entrance would be on the left side,
That's ingress, egress is on the
That's
right
correct.
side of the picture.
the right side would be the egress.
Okay, so, yeah, I gotcha. But it's it's that entire lot that you currently see, including the parking.
Correct.
Okay. Got it. All right, thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, hearing none, Mr. Sigurds, if you'll give us our first reading, please.
This is an ordinance to amend the final development plan for the planned mixed-use district, PMUD, for the property described in section 1 below and in Exhibit A attached hereto, previously approved by ordinance 1850 on May 26, 1986. Whereas the Planning Commission of the City of Homewood, Alabama has favorably recommended the amendment of the final development plan as required by the planned mixed-use district zoning district, PMUD, for the property described in section 1 below in Exhibit A attached hereto. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Homewood, Alabama as follows. Section 1, that the final development plan for the following described parcel of property described in Exhibit A located in the City of Homewood, Jefferson County, Alabama, and more particularly describes as follows. 215 Lakeshore Parkway, Homewood, Alabama, 35209, parcel ID number 29-00-26-2-000-001.005. See Exhibit A. Section 2, that from and after an enactment of this ordinance by the City Council of the City of Homewood and its approval by the mayor or otherwise becoming law, that the amended final development plan attached as Exhibit B hereunto shall control the uses and restrictions applicable to the property described in section 1 and Exhibit A, and hereof, and previously zoned to the planned mixed-use district zoning district, PMUD. Section 3, that on September 15, 2025, at 6 p.m. in the City Hall of the City of Homewood, Alabama, be it, and the same hereby is as fixed as the time when and the place where the City Council will hold a public hearing on said proposed amendment of the final development plan. Section 4, that the city clerk shall give notice of the time and place of such hearing by posting a copy of this ordinance at the places listed below once a week for 2 consecutive weeks in advance of its passage, and in additional hereto shall give not less than 15 days notice of writing prior to September 15, 2025, to all owners of property located in whole or in part within 500 feet of the boundaries of above described property as shown on the records. Section 5, that any part, provision, or section of this ordinance is declared to be unconstitutional or invalidated by any court of competent jurisdiction, all other parts, provisions, or sections of this ordinance not thereby affected shall remain in full force and effect. Section 6, that this ordinance shall become effective immediately upon its passage and approval by the City Council and Mayor of the City of Homewood, Alabama, or its otherwise becoming law.
Okay, thank you for that reading. Do we have a motion for unanimous consent?
Second.
Okay, Harden made that motion, and Councilor Wolverton seconded that. All right, if you'll call roll, please, for unanimous consent.
Yes, sir. Councilor Gwaltney,
Yes, sir.
Gear,
Yes.
Allemán,
Yes.
Wolverton,
Yes.
Sims,
Yes.
Brandt,
Yes.
Nelms,
Yes.
Andrus,
Yes.
Harden,
Yes.
and President Jones.
Yes, that passes 10-0. Do we have a motion to approve the ordinance?
Second.
Okay, Harden, I think I heard Sims that time as a second. If you'll call roll, please, for the ordinance.
Yes, sir. Councilor Gwaltney,
Yes, sir.
Gear,
Yes.
Allemán,
Yes.
Wolverton,
Yes.
Sims,
Yes.
Brandt,
Yes.
Nelms,
Yes.
Andrus,
Yes.
Harden,
Yes.
and President Jones.
Yes, and it passes 10-0. Ordinance number 2952 passes. Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
that. Okay,
If I could,
you are dismissed. All right,
before we go to the next one, can we go back and address the previous one?
why do we need to go back to the
Well,
previous one?
I have a lot of dates that goes through, and I apologize, but it was my understanding that Woodvale was gonna be continued on 8/25. It was gonna remain open till then. Today is the 15th.
Of September of 9/15,
Okay,
not 8/20. 8/25.
8/25
Okay.
is when we heard it, and we carried it over to tonight. So I don't understand where the 20.
okay. I mean, carried over and continued on 8/25, that's what kind of threw me.
All
So,
right, well,
okay,
we've
I
already
understand,
voted to
okay.
approve it, declare it a public nuisance, they have 30
So be it.
days. If they mitigate this
Okay.
within 30 days, then
Got more time,
we're fine.
okay.
Okay. All right, 240825, public hearing set for tonight, 6 PM. Consideration of declaring the property located at 139 State Farm Parkway a public nuisance due to violation of ordinance 1910, 1750, excessive growth. Could you give us a report on this?
Oh, yes, this was, not only excessive growth, it was litter as well. The property is owned by RETV LLC, 2010 Patton Chapel Road. As you can see, these pictures were supplied to us, by the, owner, apparently recently, where the property has been abated and appears to be all cleaned up.
All right, let me go ahead and open the public hearing. Anyone here to speak for or against this? Seeing no one, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. So your recommendation is,
To drop. Yes, sir.
Move to drop.
Okay, Sims
Second.
and Wolverton seconded that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes 10-0 to drop.
Excuse me, who was the motion on? Okay, sorry.
Counselor Sims?
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, so we don't have a resolution for that. We just dropped it. Okay, 2508-25. Public hearing set for tonight, again, for consideration of declaring the property at 1807 Mayfair Drive public nuisance. Again, ordinance 1910-1750, excessive growth. Mr. Cook.
Oh, yes, the tax notice goes out, and the owner is Davis Investment LLC, 2120 Tall Oak Circle in Birmingham. As you can see from the picture, which I'll bring up, all of the public nuisance, especially with weeds, we have to post it, so that, it'll always be posted, and a certified letter will go out, giving them ample time to abate it before we bring it before the council. So a letter went out, property was posted, they didn't abate it, came to y'all for a public hearing. Another notice was sent out of the public hearing, so that's why we're here today. And these two pictures were taken today,
Is anyone
and I
living
have
in
had
that
no
house?
conversations with anybody there.
Is anyone living in that house?
No, it is, the house was renovated about a year and a half ago, maybe, and I believe it went on the market, and then it was taken off, and it's just been sitting there.
Okay, let's go ahead and open the public hearing. Anyone here speaking for or against this item? Seeing no one, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing.
Move to condemn.
Okay, so move to approve, declaring it a public nuisance.
Assuming that's your recommendation?
Yes, oh, absolutely.
Second,
And I believe that was that Nelms? down there?
Anders.
Anders. Okay. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes 10-0. That's resolution 25-162.
Scott, who has that property?
I'm sorry, what?
Who has that property?
Davis Investments.
It's an investor.
Okay.
All right, 260825, public hearing set for tonight, 6 PM. Consideration declaring property located at 2534 Central Avenue a public nuisance due to violation of ordinance 1910-1750, excessive growth. Mr. Cook.
Yes, the property is owned by Corey Chambers, 2101 First Avenue North in Irondale, as you can see. I only had to take one picture of this one. The house appears to be vacant. I have had no conversations with anybody concerning the property.
So your recommendation is to
Declare it a
declare it a
public
public
nuisance.
nuisance.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go ahead and open the public hearing. Any comments for or against this item? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing.
Move to condemn.
Second.
Wolverton and Andrus seconded that.
Declare public nuisance, sorry.
Just don't want anyone else to get confused. I know you,
I know, you're yelling in my ear right here. Okay, any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 10-0, that passes. Resolution 25-163 is passed. Just a few more. 2708-25, public hearing set for tonight, 6 PM. Consideration declaring property located at 20 West Lakeshore Drive a public nuisance in violation of 1910-1750, excessive growth. Mr. Cook.
Oh, yes, this property is owned by William Alai, 2010 Lippincott Place, Ackworth, Georgia. Primarily the two issues there when we posted the property was the grass was probably getting near knee-high, and there was a dead tree that standing out near Lake Shore. I have talked to the owner several times. He got the grass cut. He called me about if anything else needed to be done. I told him the tree needed to be cut down, and this morning when I went by, apparently maybe over the weekend, the tree has been cut. That's all that's left that needs to be cleaned up. And I feel like he will come back and clean it up with no problem.
It's just that vacant lot between Green Creek and 65.
At the corner of Green Springs and
Across from
West,
Circle K.
across from Circle C. Yeah,
Yeah.
vacant lot, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
I'm the
Okay, and, okay, I've already, oh, I haven't opened up the public hearing on this, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and open the public hearing.
Go ahead and sign it.
And, but your recommendation is to drop? Okay.
Yeah.
Want to make sure he understands the recommendation.
Thank you.
Okay, you care to speak?
I know. I'm okay. I already have taken care of it. Yes.
And you've already cleared out the tree and everything?
I'll take care of it this weekend.
This week.
Yes.
Thank you.
so much, guys. Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
Appreciate you.
Mhm.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
anybody else? Okay,
Thank you.
we're gonna close the public hearing.
Move to drop.
Second.
Okay, Wolverton, and that was Andrews again. Perfect. Second to that. Okay, all in favor of dropping, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes 10-0, to drop. Okay, I believe we're on 280825. Public hearing set for tonight at 6 PM. Consideration of declaring property at 109 Hanover Road public nuisance due to violation of ordinance 1910-1750, excessive growth. Mr. Cook.
Yes, this property is owned by Stephen and Patty Westbrook. It is owner occupied. The first posting that I had on the property, I got a phone call from, I believe it was Mr. Westbrook, telling me that he would be starting work on the property. And we had a little bit of work done. As you can see from the front of the road, it's, well, yeah, very, okay, yeah. To the left of the house, needs some attention, but that's where the work started. There was a lot of, firewood stacked up there that was grown up and just a mess. That's been gotten rid of. But the next picture, that's the backyard. I did not get in the backyard. That's what you can see looking over the fence. And so the big issue primarily is the backyard. I did have Miss Westbrook reach out to me today. She may be here tonight. She expressed that they were having some health issues, I believe, and weren't able to get on it like they expected. So that's where we're at.
Okay, so your recommendation is to declare a public nuisance at this point?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and open the public hearing. Is there anyone here to speak for or against?
I'm Patty Westbrook. My husband has been taking care of a lot of things for us since I was disabled. And he's had 2 laminectomies this summer. And last week he had a aortic femoral aneurysm excision. And he's recovering from that. It's a 4 to 6 week recovery. So the man we hired to take care of this, his regular job is security guard, and they're doing construction where he works. So they put some of the guys on double shifts, so he has not been able to continue the work. But we're gonna try to find someone else to do the work and get this cleaned up. So I'd like an extension of this. My husband gets confused a lot, and he forgets a lot, so he told me about cleaning it up, and I'm cleaning it up, but I can only do a tiny little bit every day, and I have not been hauling it to the street.
I will. I've got it. You hear that? I'm gonna try to find you some assistance.
Good,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, and Brian, you were able to get most of that, right? Hopefully.
Not really.
Not really, okay. That's okay. That's no problem. We'll get you the notes. Okay, anybody else, here for or against?
I would just be in favor then of maybe continuing the public hearing, in this case, so we can have time to address the situation.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll just point this out, one thing that's different about this is that she's already here, so you can,
Exactly.
you can either keep the public hearing open or you can go ahead and close the public hearing and just continue the item.
I'm gonna continue, I'm gonna keep the public hearing open. So we'll continue the public hearing, and we'll carry it over for the next meeting, which is that October, no, September 29th. And if you can provide us your, you have all the contact
Yes,
information?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, so without objection,
Wait,
we're
wait,
gonna
wait.
carry over
She's got one question.
280825 until the 29th, and the public hearing is gonna be continued. Okay.
So she has
Yes.
a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I just have a question to know who was that complained, because I've tried to give all my neighbors my contact information, so if they have any problem, they can get back with me, but everybody said they didn't complain. I know they don't.
I'm not sure.
I believe I did get a complaint. I can't remember from how I
Yeah,
got received
a lot of
it.
times it's not a complaint. We just notice when things are overgrown and they need to be taken care of, but I'm not sure.
But you said you just did tonight.
I believe so.
Oh.
And sometimes that trickles down from top to me and I never know.
Yeah, I met
Yeah,
with all the
yeah.
neighbors to tell them.
But you understand the public hearing has been carried over to the 29th of this month. And in the meantime, I'll give your contact information to Councilman Bryant. He'll be in contact with you, okay?
I'll send you
All right, thank you.
my telephone number.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on, 290825, public hearing set for tonight. For consideration of declaring the property located at 251 Carr Avenue, public nuisance due to violation of 1910 and 1750 excessive growth. Mr. Cook.
Oh, yes, this property is owned by Bullard Garage LLC, 48 Manning Place of Birmingham. As you can see, the place is vacant. Apparently, it's my understanding there may be a lawsuit between owners that's holding up anybody occupying that facility, and nobody is maintaining it.
Yeah, and speaking with police about this one, they've had some trouble with people staying in these spaces.
Yes.
So we probably need to.
I will probably go ahead and send it to the abatement board.
Yeah.
Because it is an
No.
open structure.
Yeah, I've spoken to Chief Ross about this particular structure too, and he has said that, multiple times now they've had, I think transients or vagrants actually change the locks on the doors
Mhm.
and kind of take over the structure
Oh, yeah,
themselves.
it's obvious.
But there's no running water or electricity to it either,
No.
so.
Okay, let's go ahead and open the public hearing. Is there anyone here to speak for or against this item? Okay, hearing no one, we're gonna go ahead and close the public hearing. So your recommendation is to declare
Declare
it
the public nuisance.
public nuisance.
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion.
Sorry, second.
Well, I'd make a motion to declare it a public nuisance and also refer it to the abatement board.
Yes.
Second.
Okay. Counselor Gwaltney made that, Counselor Sims seconded that. Any other questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes 10-0. I think that's resolution 25-165. Is that?
164.
Oh, 164?
Sir.
Okay, 164. Thank you for that. All right. 164 is passed. 300825. Is this the last one?
Afraid so.
Okay. So, we can be here all night. 300825, public hearing set for tonight. Consideration of declaring the property at 10454 Forest Brook Drive a public nuisance due to violation of ordinance 1910-1750, excessive growth. Mr. Cook.
Yes, the property is owned by Benny Charles with a P.O. box in Birmingham. The house appears to be vacant. No one came to the door several times that I had been there. Of course, you can see the property was still posted and notices went out, and quite an eyesore.
Okay, here's the report. I'd like to go ahead and open up the public hearing. Is there anyone here to speak for or against this item? Hearing no one, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Council? Is that you, Wolverton? Okay, seconded by Councilor Wolverton. Motion was Councilor Nelms. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's 10-0. That's resolution 165 for that one.
Okay.
All right, committee referral, you can see a lot of items there. I think everything, let's see, looks like everything is going to finance except for 2 public safety and 2 public works. Is there a motion to approve the committee referral? Okay, Wolverton, and that was Nelms, I think. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes 10-0. We just have a few new business items. And I'm sorry, Mr. Sims, you've got to sit through all this. I could have taken you out of order. I hope you were playing something fun on your phone. 140925, request to authorize city manager to sign 2 3-year agreements with ThinkGuard to replace the city's existing data backup and disaster recovery solutions, coming to us from Brandon Sims. And he's, he provided a lot of information on that in committee, but if someone has a question on the particular resolution, he is here and he has stayed to the end to answer any questions.
I make a motion for approval.
Okay, that was Walton. And Nelms. Sure. Walton and Nelms. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes 10-0. It's resolution 2566.
Did so well.
Great speech.
Right, that's beautiful, beautiful speech. All right, 150925. Wait, just a second. That was not 10-0. That was 9-0 because I didn't realize.
Right, that's what I wanted.
Yeah, see.
You left a while ago.
I'm sorry, he stepped out,
He's been gone a while.
He told me he was stepping out, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was 6:50, so, yeah, I'll have to do it.
You can fix all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that passes 9-0, resolution 25166. I like to be. It's still passed, Mr. Sims, so you're still good. Okay, I thought of him when we got to this item, 150925, consideration of approval of vouchers. So, Mr. Qualtney, that would have been Councilor Alamon who approved the vouchers this time. And he said everything was in order, it looked good, so was that your motion, Mr. Qualtney?
Yes, sir. I'll make a motion for approval.
Okay, Councilor Nelms seconded that. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes 9-0. Resolution 25167 is passed. All right, now we have comments from the mayor, including a proclamation.
I'm gonna do a couple first, before I do the
Sure.
proclamation. I wanted to thank the city of Vestavia for hosting the Tri-City 9/11 commemoration. It was great as usual, and I, quite frankly, had never been in their civic center before, which was fantastic. It's a really nice view right there looking out over the hills. But that's always a great event. We had a particularly great speaker this year, I thought, who talked about the need for, he talked about that he remembers right after 9/11 how everyone thought of themselves as one group of Americans rather than being part of a group, any particular group, whether that, however you want to define groups. And that he was hopeful that by remembering 9/11 that we would remember that, and I think that's certainly true across the country and even within our city, that you know, we're all citizens of Homewood first, and you know, despite the fact that we may have differences of opinion at times, we all want what's best for Homewood, and that certainly includes this group that's sitting up here. So I just wanted to pass that along because I thought it was a very poignant comment to make, and appreciated it. Secondly, so we have a whole lot of people that are ending their time in service of the city, and so we thought that we would try to take honoring the people in a few each night, rather than stacking them all up on the last night, because we might be here till midnight if we did that. So we're going to do a few each meeting of these last few meetings. This doesn't mean you're done, just because you get to, because you go early. You still got to show up for the rest of them. But anyway, so we're going to start tonight with Miss Gear. So Miss Gear, if you'll come down here real quick.
We'll honor Carlos while he's gone.
Yeah. And Carlos was great, and that was it. Yeah, that was all I had for him. So before I read the proclamation, I would like to say a little something. I have not worked with you as long as some other people, just one term, but it was a very important term where a lot of stuff happened. And what I have always admired about you is not just your fervor for Homewood and how you've always been, it's always been so important to you to do what's best for Homewood. But you make sure that what's best for Homewood, that you go through every possibility to make sure that you get to a point where you are comfortable with it, and where you do know that you're doing what's best for Homewood. You probably ask me more questions than just about anybody, and I mean that in a good way. That means that you care, and it means that it's important to you to get the answer, and quite frankly, not just to take an answer that someone gives you, but to actually get to a point where you believe what you're doing is right. And I have always admired that about you, because I think you exemplify that quality more than just about anybody I know.
Well,
So.
I appreciate your figuring out a way to make that a positive.
I did mean it as a positive. I'll tell you a quick anecdote. One time Ms. Gear and I were talking, and she told me, she said, "Yeah, sometimes I don't like talking to you." She said, "Because you've always got answers."
The only answer.
the only answer. That was it.
No, I appreciate your willingness to listen to me, because it is true. I like to have the facts, or what I consider are the facts, and I appreciate your willingness to talk to me anytime I called you, so thank you.
Absolutely. All right, let me read this proclamation.
Okay.
Whereas Melanie Gear has served this community for 5 years in numerous capacities, including as a member of the Homewood City Council, and whereas her service has been marked by exemplary dedication to the best interests of the community, as she has served as a member of the Public Works and Special Issues Committees, as well as the liaison to the Arts Council, which has proven to be of great value to the city as well as its citizens, and whereas she has earned the admiration and high regard of those with whom she has come into contact, and the affection of her fellow public servants as she performed duties and responsibilities that have been characterized by sensible and constructive contributions to our city government. Now therefore be it resolved that the Mayor and City Council for the City of Homewood, and on behalf of all of our citizens, do hereby express our sincere appreciation and thanks to Melanie Gear for her distinguished service to the community, and and highly commend her for the manner in which she has carried out her duties and responsibilities. Be it further resolved that the mayor and city council extend their best wishes for her success and happiness in the future. Adopted this 15th day of September, 2025.
Oh, sure.
Oh, she forgot the camera.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, just a couple of quick comments. And I did have to write them down. Let's see here. First of all, I do want to thank whoever put those nice words together. It might have been Bo, I'm suspecting. So, but thank you. But thank you, Alex, for your comments. And Bo, I do want you to know that the city's very fortunate to have you. You've been a very positive presence around here. You're organized and you're supportive in ways that definitely don't go unnoticed. So thank you for stepping up and stepping into the job when we desperately needed you. We appreciate it a lot. And to fellow counselors, I appreciate all of your skills and services that each of you have provided, every one of you. It's been an honor to serve with all of you. I would like to thank my constituents in Ward 1 for giving me the opportunity to serve them this past 5 years. I've worked hard to try to understand their issues and their priorities and to assist with those as best I could. I feel like I've made a difference on several important issues, especially related to downtown and Edgewood planning, and for that I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to play a positive role for my neighbors and for my city. I do have a big regret about not being able to assist in determining some sort of positive way forward for Rosedale, both to recognize the significance of its history while also charting some sort of path forward for revitalization. My hope is that this new council will prioritize a city-led effort with Rosedale input, of course, to provide some sort of resources and strategies that can help put the neighborhood on a sustainable course forward for the next 100 years. If we can't figure out a way to honor Fred Shuttlesworth, who was a graduate of Rosedale High School, and Mamie Foster and many other great leaders, then I think we're missing an opportunity in our town. So once again, I've enjoyed getting to know all of you and working with you in many positive efforts, and I wish all of you the best. And to the next council, I believe that the strategic planning and the comprehensive master plan, if handled in a very open and straightforward way, will go a long way in helping our residents, understand a clear vision and priorities for a future and have confidence in us that we deserve. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you for that. And we'll go ahead with our closing comments. Councilor Gwaltney.
Thank you, Mr. President. I will set finance first at 5 p.m. and then I'll also set public safety immediately following. And I have no additional comments tonight.
Great, thank you. Councilor Gear, do you have other comments tonight? I'm sure you do.
Just briefly,
Yeah.
the Arts Council had a great event last night. The salsa event was very well attended at the Edge. Got great feedback. And we have a new artist, Donna Fernberg, who's a Homewood resident. She's a returning artist, and she'll be back midweek. And I think that's it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Councilor Wolverton.
Yes, I believe I have at least one item, so we'll set public works to follow public safety. That sounds good. Thank you to the council for appointing the 2 new HEC members. Thank them for stepping up and volunteering. I know it'll be exciting for them. The fall is kind of a busy time for them for a bunch of different reasons. And so it'll be nice to have, there was, a few members stressed the importance of trying to make sure we could get people in place so that they didn't kind of fall behind and were undermanned. So thank you guys for that. We do have Street Safety Day set up for October 3rd, which is a Friday that will be again Patriot Park and Hall Kent, working with the police department. So there's always kind of constant change with carpool and lineup changes and things like that. So there's been some concerns from school staff, so we decided to add one in the fall here. So other than that, I think that's it for now.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
Counselor Sims.
Excuse me, President Jones, may I say one thing? Special issues and planning and development. You guys haven't had meetings in a while, but you do have tabled items on there that we probably need to address before we dissolve the committee. So it might be good to set your meeting so we can look at those tabled items.
So special issues to follow Public Works, and then,
Well, mine is, it's an item that somebody's proposed that we tabled back in May, I think, because he was trying to work with the neighborhood to get his proposal to where they would accept it, and nothing's really happened. And so is that something that we can, I'll check in
think
with
we can-
Kale. I was gonna say, I don't want to set it for this time. That's what I wanted to say. That's right. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll get with Kale, but I'm not gonna set P&D. But I will get with Kale on that. I agree
all
with
right,
you
but
on
we'll
that.
call special issues to just deal with their items, I guess, after Public Works. Okay. Counselor Sims.
I would like to set special issues for after Public Works. I'm just
Perfect.
concur with President Jones, and I have no other comments this evening. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Counselor Brandt.
Yes, the Rick Bagley and the soccer coach, they're gonna help you out, Scott, so they'll be talking to you this week. It is Homewood High School homecoming week. The parade is Thursday. The game Friday night. Kickoff's at 7. There's only 2 more home games after Friday night until we reach the playoffs. This is a special team. They're very talented. They'll go far in the playoffs, maybe all the way, is my prediction. But that's a great family event if you can get out to Waldorf Stadium. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Brandt. Counselor Nelms.
I wanted to just mention that the Heart Gallery, we're having our 20th birthday bash for 20 years of celebrating Heart Gallery, which is a nonprofit aiding families of foster children and foster families. And they will have it here in Rosewood Hall on the 25th. And if anybody needs tickets, Sharon Jones could get them for you, or I can get them for you. And Crigger Brown, who is featured in our art gallery space downstairs, donated a very valuable sculpted heart for the art gallery, for our live auction for the event. So I just wanted to mention that. And I wanted to thank you, Melanie. It's been an honor.
All right. Thank you for that. Counselor Andrus.
Yes, it's been brought to my attention that that item is going to require, or they are entitled to a public hearing. So maybe we do need to figure out what we're going to do about that.
If they're moving forward.
Correct. Okay, so I still think I don't set P&D for this week, and then I'll just reach out to him this week along with Kale and try to see. Okay, all right.
I figured out if they're moving to
Okay. Then we could just drop it in committee. Okay, I'll check in with him this week then on that. JJ, I feel like we need to reschedule our 4 o'clock meeting on Thursday because I want to watch the parade. You know, that's at 4 o'clock, you said, okay, yeah, I definitely want to watch the parade on that. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm kind of rambling right now. That is really all I have, but looking forward to hearing from both Chief Ross and Chief Broadhead tomorrow at the Chamber. They will be speaking. And it is a breakfast meeting at Brookdale. If anyone can join us, I'll be there. So I'm looking forward to that. And that's it.
Thank you, Mayor Wood. Appreciate that. Counselor Harden.
I can't remember what I had to talk about, so now we're in trouble.
I should have
But,
done you first, I guess, right?
Always grateful for everybody in the work we do here, and Melanie, glad to have had you hanging out with us.
Great. I just want to say a couple things. One is that I really appreciate this council, you know, doing things in a compliant manner, but also with compassion. And I think that's sometimes lost where we, you know, we have rules, we have laws, we have to abide by them, but sometimes, you know, we need to have a little more compassion, and I think we demonstrated that tonight. I appreciate you, Councilor Brandt, coming up with that idea to take care of that. I mean, we're all community, and really the speaker at the 9/11, I mean, as the mayor mentioned, I mean, it was so inspiring. We should never forget just how unified our nation was, and how that is not the case today. But I hope that Homewood can demonstrate that we can be unified. So that just means a lot to me to think about that, and strive for that in everything that I do and working with people. And Councilor Gear, thank you for all of your service. I know it can be challenging a lot of times, you know, working through issues, and I don't think people see all the work that's done behind the scenes. People just see what we're doing tonight, but there's a lot of work that you've gone through, and I thank you for your service. Really do. Okay, so Mr. Cook, we're adjourned until the 29th. Okay, so nothing on the 25th. So without objection, we're adjourned.